Don Mother Effin' Mafia. And you'll notice that I censored that profanity because for some reason when I, use regular profanity in my regular videos, it's fine, dude. Gets monetized, no questions asked whatsoever. But for some reason, during my live streams, when I say like the full words, right? Like the full F-bomb or shit or damn and big old yellow sign, no money for your boy. So, now I need to start censoring myself. You know what I mean? Don Mafia, what's up? Welcome to, what is this, my fourth live stream, I think? Fifth? The days are just blending in, guys, to be honest with you. I feel like it was just yesterday that I did a live stream, but here we are. I'm pumped. This is, this is my, this is my platform that's, super similar to me going out and talking to my friends, talking to my, rather than talking to the Don Mafia. So, that's like an awesome alternative. I've always been chill with it. Let's see what we got in here. Matt Campbell, what's up, dude? What up, fool? My man. Chad, what's good, dude? It's snowing in New York? That sucks, bro. That sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. See, it's funny because, y'all know that I was born in Buffalo, lived in Hamburg when I was a kid, and I do not miss the winters whatsoever. In fact, my dad moved me down south exclusively to, not have to shovel snow anymore. So, while I feel bad, I'm like, hey, it could be worse. It could be me. You know what I'm saying? It could be me. Bills Mafia, baby. That's right. What's up, Caden? Dried Ocean. My G, what's good? Daryl, what's good, homie? Jesse. Yeah, dude, finally. Yeah, no, for some reason, we just have issues with, we have, some, really weird issues when it comes down to, notifying you guys when I go live. Scoville, what's up, dude? Caden, 3 at my house. 3 in at my house. Caden. Fantastic, my friend. Josh Plays, what's good, man? Mike Dykeman, yo, what up? Steven Luce, good, man. Just living the dream, dude. Living the dream. Daniel, my G, dude. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, just laying back. I'm really hoping this whole quarantine thing is over soon. I really, really am. Dan, you're the GOAT. Peter, dude, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Rich, what's up? Meister, can you give me one word to describe the year? You put me on the spot. I'm going to have to go with 2 words. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that one because so I can't make a terrible answer. It has to be fitting. Think about sliding down a cheese grater, right? That's what 2020 has been so far. Dan, what up, bro? Love listening to you, man. Jonathan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Will Heedley, what's good? Do you think the Bills could still get Jadeveon Clowney only because I heard he dropped his price tag? You've probably heard me say this before, but don't be on the lookout for Bean to make any more huge splash moves, especially in free agency. Because like I said, we have a lot of players in our current roster that need to be taken care of. Specifically, Matt Milano, he really needs to be taken care of. Maybe even Trey. So that's going to cost a lot when it comes down to our overall cap space. So I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure who Jadeveon Clowney is going to go with. Say that Bean were to make the move, then I would be absolutely shocked. And then Clowney would probably have to drop his price down to $8-9 million a year, which is, super unlikely, but who knows. 78 degrees in Austin. That's awesome, Daniel. That's awesome. Today in South Carolina, it was 68. I think tomorrow we're getting up to the 70s, which is good. Do I think OBJ is going to the Vikings? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think that he's been a disappointment, throughout the past couple of years. I'm not sure if he meshes very well with Baker. But then again, really outside of his rookie season, his first couple of years, he really hasn't meshed well with anybody throwing him the ball. So, I guess it could be a possibility. It really could. But for some reason, I think the Vikings are just going to be focusing on the draft to sort of get that going. The evil crazy 8. Let's go Bills Mafia. Facts. Caden, remember shotgun a beer. Dude, glass. Listen, y'all. Y'all want me to shotgun a beer so bad? Home opener. You tell me the tailgate. And so is it the Hammer lot? Whatever lot it is, tell me. I'll film it. And I'll make like a huge video about it. In fact, I'm actually planning on walking around the first Bills tailgate this year and just filming all of you. Like having drunken interviews. It's going to be amazing. Be on the lookout for that. The Bills are going to be 13-3. Jets are going to be 8-8. Dolphins are going to be 6-10. Pats are 1-15. I would love to see the Pats go 1-15, man. I really would. I don't see it happening though. I could see the Pats going like a hefty 8-8, 7-9 would be ideal. I mean, hell, say that they like fall below 500, then I would be prancing in the streets. But at the end of the day, I just want the Bills to win the division, which I think they will. And you guys know it. And you guys know that. Am I the only one who doesn't yet have the warm fuzzies about our O-line? No, not at all, man. Not at all. I mean, and like I do know that we ended up making that move this week. Beam or something like that. He's a tackle from Miami. He played for a couple of different teams. I mean, at the very best, that's like a depth move. I mean, we have the exact same O-line coming back. And I mean, while they weren't terrible, I guess, like nowhere near compared as bad as their 2018 O-line, that's for sure. I mean, let's just hope that chemistry sort of sinks in and then they just come in hot, right? Down Mafia, hello from Alaska. Sunny. My Alaska, dude. Killing the game. Trevor, love your energy, bro. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And you know that I just get, so jazzed up when I talk about Bills. Sabres, dude, this is lit. That's right, dog. That's right. Do you think this year should be make or break for Allen? If he doesn't improve, do you think we should get rid of him while we have a great roster? I mean, yes. Okay. So there's two parts of this question. Number one, yes, I do believe that it's make or break for Allen. But my second part is the fact is that I am willing to like put my house on the fact that it's going to be a make. He's going to absolutely blow up this year. He's going to be in the MVP conversation. Let's say in an alternative reality that he shit the bed this year. He pulled like a Mitch Trubisky. And I don't know, maybe that next offseason bring in like a high profile free agent to sort of, just make him shit himself. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Bean isn't going after Clowney is overrated. I agree. Do you think the Bills will trade up in the draft? No. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for the Bills to trade up in the draft, man. There's really not. I mean, right at this point, like I said, like, what do we need in the draft? Like, realistically, need that we would need to, like, spend draft capital and come back up, right? Because I mean, we like had our needs like in like right in our mind before free agency even started. So like, I mean, we needed a receiver, got that. We needed to fill a linebacker position. We filled that. So like really guys, I don't foresee being like trading draft capital or trading future draft capital to move up. Like there's absolutely no reason. I'm actually pretty sure that he was interviewed saying that he's not. Do I think that Mitch Morse is our best offensive lineman? Yeah, hands down. Hands down, 110%. But Spain slept on, man. Spain is slept on. Did not give up a single sack all year. Bills should get Jonathan Taylor. Funny you say that. In fact, the second episode of my mock draft is going to be coming out on tomorrow or Saturday, one of the two. And for all you Jonathan Taylor fans out there, you might like it. Sup, Dan? Super excited that I'm picturing Allen, Motor, Brown, Beasley, Diggs, Duke, Knox, and Sweeney. Sick. Me too, man. Me too. Like, this offense is just going to be a complete facelift, and I'm going to be so pumped about it. Looks like you're drinking the Corona. Throwback 19, and oh, the irony. Go Bills. Yeah, well, actually, dude, I'm drinking Landshark today. I'm not sure if you guys ever had it. It's like I'm not even sure where it is. Missouri. That's interesting. It's very interesting. So is Feliciano. He is also underrated, Jared. I agree with you. And Elvis, yeah. We do need a running back, but I mean, we can get our guy in the second round without having to move up. Whether or not it's Jonathan Taylor, whether or not that it's Cam Akers, there's a bunch of other names that we could look at. Same with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's one too. It's really just a gamble of what other teams pick at this point. But I mean, we're definitely going to end up with a running back in the second round. Jonah, what's good? Could the Bills get rid of some? Oh, dude, we just got a massive donation. Sonny from Alaska. My dude. Keep up the go work. Thanks, man. Like really, guys, like I like do this stuff for you, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I love talking the Bills, but I mean, I like, really put out as much content as I can for you guys because like I like grew up like following the Bills, like loving them. And like the media never talked about us. And like one day I was just like, you know what? your boy's going to do it. I'm going to talk about the Buffalo Bills. And it definitely helps that I have a huge passion for it. And so when you guys do that for me, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. Let me see. Where do I go to donate again? Daryl Dabney. What's good, Daryl? You just go to patreon.com/Dan Mitchell. I'll type it in the comments right here. But like I said, I mean, like, definitely don't like feel like you need to. Like, the best way that you guys could really like support me is like copy and paste my video link and share it somewhere. Like, you can send it to a friend. You can put it in a Facebook group, Reddit. Like, you can tweet it. You can tell somebody that's talking about the Bills. Like, for example, someone's bitching about the Bills. Just be like, you know what, dude? I watched this dude named Dan Mitchell's videos. You should check him out. That right there. That's the best way you can support. But say you want to go the extra mile, then you can do Patreon as well. Thank you. If every running back was available at 54, who's your guy? Jonathan Taylor. 110%, dude. Like, that guy, like, he was Wisconsin's entire offense. And I know that a lot of people gave him a lot of smack, I want to say, because they think that his shelf life has gone down because he was such a big contributor to Wisconsin that they think that he's going to sort of like lose his lifespan because like the life expectancy rate of a running back in the NFL is low as is. And with the amount of production that he did in college, some people are kind of like scared to bring him on. But dude, having Jonathan Taylor available like at 54, it's an absolute no-brainer. If not him, then Cam Akers. Those are my top two. Dan, I watched about 30 videos ranking NFL QBs, and all of them had Josh Allen below number 20. Dude, they suck, man. Like, dude, listen, honestly, like, we like need to understand that we are never going to get respect from the national media. Like, we are never going to get respect from the national media. Like, the Bills win the Super Bowl next year, and like the first headline that will come out is the NFL is just not as good as it used to be. Like, I guarantee you, I shit you not. So, I mean, like, dude, no one's ever going to like Josh Allen. It doesn't matter if like he wins the MVP. They're going to call it a fluke. They're going to call it whatever. Like, just don't listen to him, dude. They all suck anyway. They really do. Watch YouTubers instead rather than the ESPN guys. You know what I mean? Screw it. Oh, Believers Talk's in here. What's up, Joe? What do you think of the idea of trading our second and third round pick for both of Seattle's late second rounders? That would be interesting. I mean, like, that would be a realistic trade up. I mean, definitely more realistic than trading back into the first round. Yeah, I mean, I honestly wouldn't be completely against it. Number one, because I've been weighing back and forth. Like, do I want the Bills to pick up Jalen Johnson, a cornerback out of Utah, or do I want the Buffalo Bills to pick one of like the three main running backs? If we could do that, then I mean, we could potentially grab both. Just saying. Yo, Mario's in here too. Oh, you talk about the Bills. No way. Ha 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 ha. Funny, Mario. What's good, buddy? Yeah, I'm late, but I'm here. Yo, dude, that's all that matters. UK fan here. Yo, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yo, so Fadi, so are you from the UK originally? Because I'm really curious to see like what like the overall consensus is of like football fans there, right? Like, so is it big? Because so many people talk about moving the Jaguars over there, and like I'm just curious to see if like you personally think that y'all would be able to fill stadiums I mean, I'm just curious. Let me know. Chris, what's your firm? Toronto. I've seen this team have high expectations and never live up to them, so I'm worried about this season. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, Jack, when did we have a roster like we did when we had high expectations, right? When was the last time? Minus the 90s, but I mean, we just couldn't win the Super Bowl. It is what it is. Maybe buy you more beer. Oh. Taylor, does the 968 touches in college scare you? I mean, no, not really. And so I'm pretty sure that Devin Singletary was widely utilized in his college career too as well. I mean, this sounds like sort of shitty, but I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, we just sign him for his rookie contract, let him absolutely blow up. And then once he wants a shit ton of money, then let him go. But no, I would not let it affect me picking him up for short-term goals. You think Buffalo should grab Hyper Freeman? Hyde or Freeman? Yeah, dude. It'd be so y'all heard that I've been preaching that. Now that we're getting closer to the draft, I think I would prefer to grab a younger guy, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed, say that we picked up Hyde or Freeman, especially if we got him cheap. But I mean, there's nothing cheaper than a rookie deal, man. There's nothing cheaper than a rookie deal. And there's a hell of a lot more upside. Jonathan Taylor is a freak. I am worried about his workload, but he is a total animal. He really is, man. And like I said, man, let's just get him. Let's just put him on that rookie contract and let's just use him during his best days, baby. That's it. We've been getting more love for sure, but not the respect the Bills deserve. Yeah, a little bit. I think I saw Deion Sanders say that we had the best free agency, but I mean, how many times have the Bills had the best free agency, right? The Bills won the offseason, and then we end up finishing 6-10 or some shit. Ronald, what's up, man? And if our guy is there after day one, Bean will trade up to get him. During the second round, probably. What we got here? Chin over Duggar. Listen, I would love both of them, but I just don't think that they'll be there when the Bills are going to pull the trigger on their specific landing spots. I'm pretty sure I saw Chin was going late first, early second. So, I mean, he's going to be out of the picture. And Duggar, he's been going second round, third. And I just don't think that a safety would be ideal. Don't get me wrong. I mean, say that he's there in the third, 110%. Go get him all day. Do you think the Pats may tank on purpose just to get Trevor Lawrence next year? I mean, I really don't see Bill Belichick purposefully tanking. I really don't. All things Buffalo Bills with the dash of the NFL, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, I am stroking your ego, and yes, you are the boss. Yeah, funny thing, guys. I went on All Things Buffalo Bills with the dash of the NFL, his podcasts. I don't know, when was it? A week ago? If you guys want to listen to some saucy Bills talk, then I highly recommend you check it out. That's a season spoiler. We will not pick up a running back in the second, even if all top 5 running backs fall to us. If we do, he'll likely be the starter. He will not complement Singletary. It will be the other way around. That's an interesting take. I'm sorry. I'm with Mario on Chin. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Chin's a freak. Yeah, I mean, he's a freak. I'm fine with that, but I just don't know if he'll fall to us at 54. Barring any moves to go up, that is. Ryan Cox. Oh, dude. Ryan Cox is the homie. He's my buddy that lives in my hometown. He runs a YouTube channel called Fratagonia. He does a bunch of NBA 2K videos and FIFA videos and stuff like that. some Madden as well. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend you check out his channel. I'll put that in the comment section. In fact, he is going to train me up in Madden because y'all heard that I do plan on, right? And so I do plan on doing some Madden videos, and I'm just going to have him just destroy me for maybe a month or two. So by the time that I do start doing Madden videos, then I can crush all you nerds. Is what it is. Do you think it's weird that Allen and Darnold are training together? No, not at all. Realistically, QB1s out there, they normally have about the same quarterback coach. It's not just Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. They're also the same coach with Burrow. Who else did they have? He had Kyle Allen, one other quarterback as well. Several quarterbacks work with the exact same coach. So them working together, really doesn't. It's not out of this world. You want Benjamin, #sports. I read something about him in the scouting report during a mock draft that I did. I can't specifically remember what it said, but for some reason, I don't know, was super turned off by him for some reason. I'll let you know offline what I read that I didn't really like about him, but winning the offseason is overrated. It sure is. Do you think the fullback position will ever make a comeback? There has to be another Mike Allstott out there. That's interesting. That's very interesting, Richard. All in all, within the NFL, there's really only a couple of teams that utilize a fullback. The Buffalo Bills being one of them for a couple of snaps, I guess. But, I don't know. Should be interesting. Sub 7-3 Co. Need to change the direction back in the offseason. Benjamin's a beast. Hey, do the Bills go offense or D in the draft? You mean for the second round? For the second round, I'm definitely willing to bet it's a running back. If it's not, then it's going to be a quarterback. It's going to be one of those two. Say that they don't draft one of those two positions in the second round, then I will be shocked. I will be absolutely shocked. Dan, I have a question. Would you be happier with a 10-6 Super Bowl season or a 14-2 and a 14-2 of the AFC Championship season? Definitely a 10-6 Super Bowl season. Hell, say that we win the entire thing. Personally, could care less if we went 8-8 and won the Super Bowl. I just want a Super Bowl. I really do. We're taking another receiver right in the second round, which will be Chase Claypool. And RD, really what I'm going to have to do is disagree with you on that aspect. Is number one is the fact that we essentially drafted Stefon Diggs the first round. Would it make sense to draft two wide receivers in back-to-back rounds? Not at all. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to draft another wide receiver. I personally think that we are, but I don't think it's going to happen until the fourth round. Maybe a Pittman or something like that in the fourth, or a Peoples-Jones. Definitely still looking for that big target. It said his NFL comparison was Devin Singletary. Yeah. And so he's still loving that Benjamin guy. And so, Mario, we'll send you what I read out on that completely turned me off. I really wish that I remember what it was. How many yards do you think Diggs will get? All right. How many yards do you think Diggs will get this year? I'm definitely seeing him break it. So I'm definitely seeing him break in 1,000-yard season. I do think that John Brown is going to have very similar numbers to him, especially when it comes to yards, maybe not for total touchdown receptions, but don't be surprised if for, the first 5 or 6 weeks, Diggs is heavily double teamed. And I think that the targets are going to skyrocket for Brown. Speaking from a fantasy perspective as well. So, yo, Dan, would there be any chance we have a Diggs family reunion in Buffalo? Yeah, with Trevon. Where are they projecting him to go? I mean, I guess if he's there. Our fullback was used as a deep threat wide receiver in the playoff game. So, yeah, dude. Pat DeMarco. Pat DeMarco. I mean, hey, I mean, maybe we're just like sprinkling in some super sexy ingredients for next year's offense. We have no idea. So Caden, so I said CB, a cornerback, not a quarterback. We have our guy. Denver, what's good, dude? Do you think they'll see how Norman looks at nickel corner? He's always been a good tackler and he could cover tight ends well. I mean, I'm realistically seeing Norman being the CB2, number one, because he thrives in zone coverage. He's going to a defense that loves zone coverage. So I'm seeing him be on the outside. And then I'm seeing Levi Wallace switch over sort of to the slot corner. Just because he is also tremendous at zone. And then I think like once we end up picking up somebody, whether or not that it's a CB right within the draft, then we'll see what that talent level is like. Richard Forbes. Josh Allen is going to make great strides this year. Dude's a beast. He's not scared like most young quarterbacks. And also it's time for him to take this team over and be the leader of the team. Yeah, dude, most definitely. This is his year. Like, this is his put up or shut up year. And I honestly have full faith in the guy. This is me just not being a homer and not being biased or anything along those lines. But say that you look at the progression that Josh Allen had from 2018 to 2019, right? And then it's even funnier because some people will be like, oh, dude, he still didn't complete 60% of his passes, bro. Well, all right, so get this. First off, take that, okay? Number two, it's funny because was talking to my homie about it the other day. If you were to cut Dawson Knox's drops in half, right? Josh Allen would have had like a 61% completion rate. So, I mean, like now that we're getting like these different types of weapons on offense, such as a tremendous route runner in Stefon Diggs, and then with Cole Beasley, obviously. The weapons around him, there's no excuse for him not to take an next giant step and be like that MVP season. So we'll see what's up. My boy Ali, what's good, man? Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I tend to agree. Boshan Joseph is going to have an impact year. Yeah, dude, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Hey, my friend who's a Jets fan thinks that Jamal Adams is going to have a breakout season. What do you think? I mean, dude, he's due for one. But, I mean, then again, I mean, he's also in an organization that's ran by Adam Gase. So, I don't know, man. I mean, like, that coach is just completely ass and destroys organizations. In fact, wouldn't even be surprised if Jamal gets traded maybe at the midpoint of the 2020 season. Like, nobody wants to be there. Like, this is going to be like the new Jacksonville Jaguars, the Jets, guarantee you. What would you consider more of a successful year for Allen? Top 5 statistic quarterback or an AFC championship run? I think that anybody that says a top 5 stack quarterback just isn't a winner at heart. Like, clearly an AFC championship run. Like, so many people are like, oh my God, he needs to throw 300 yards. I don't give a shit about 300 yards. What I want is W's. That's all I want, and to lead us deep into the playoffs. Definitely an AFC championship run. That's all that matters to me. You should make a poll, and we vote on who we think will draft round by round. Yeah, truth to hearts. That's cool. What I'll do is I'll put that on my I will put that on my community tab if you want to check it out. With the defensive line aging, why isn't the defensive end position getting more attention? Because I believe that they're just putting quick Band-Aids on it at this point, and they're looking for the future to invest in it. right? Because there's a couple of big names, defensive ends, that are going to be free agents in 2021. Shaq Barrett and Myles Garrett. Both of them are going to be free agents in 2021 during that season. So what I think is happening is that the Buffalo Bills are going to ignore the edge position. Not necessarily ignore, but they're not going to pick it like super early in the draft. Like we'll probably find like a developmental guy. I think the Bills are going to be focusing on Mario Addison, Murphy, Hughes, and then in 2021, that's where we make our big splash play. Hey, Dan, you think that maybe someday we can talk on your channel about our Bills? Yeah. So RD. So, I mean, like I do let fans come on the show, but it's exclusively for Patreon contributors. So say that you want to come on the show, then contribute on Patreon, man. I'll bring you on. Hello, Bills Mafia. Maryland here. What's good, man? Kyle Orton, best Bills quarterback ever. You must be a troll, dude. You must be a troll. Except for I was pissed at Orton for retiring. I really was. Especially leading us to like a 9-7 season. That was terrible. Let's go, Bills. Don Mafia, stand up. Bills Mafia, stand up. Dan, let's go. You were a beast, rocking out all the time. Let's go, Bills. Defense at number 1. Let's go. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, my dude. Bills, Brazil. Just Marcel, what's up, man? Brazil, that's dope, man. I've always wanted to go to Brazil. 100% agree. I'm all in for playoff depth. Me too, man. Like, who gives a shit about stats? Not me. Win. Don't care how you do it. Just win. But would like to see a couple of convincing wins, not because I think that that's a indicator on how good a team is, but just for like my blood pressure. Like, I think it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I do love a good nail biter every now and again because that just gets my juices flowing. But sometimes I like to see like 4 or 5 games a season where we're just running away with a game and I can sit back and relax and not like practically have heart palpitations for like 3 hours while I'm watching it. That would be ideal. People always say Josh Allen is not elite and maybe not. Guess what? This is his year. Yeah, Charles. This is his put up or shut up year, like I said. Daniel Quintana, would you be mad if the Bills trade back into the first round to get another wide receiver? It's not going to happen. Like, we basically drafted Stefon Diggs at 22, and that's a receiver. Like, there would virtually be no point. Like, there would virtually be no point in drafting another wide receiver in the second or even the third, maybe the third. But, like, trading back up to the first, totally unrealistic. Second, totally unrealistic. Third, maybe. Fourth, likely. Kyle Norton was good QB. Could have won more games if he wasn't so focused on partying. I had no idea that Orton was snorting. Nice pun. Bills going to the AFC champ game. Yo, dude, please feed that positive energy here, man. It's called manifestation. Bills in the AFC championship. No. Let me do you one better. Bills hosting the AFC championship. What's a surprise position we could draft in the second or third that we wouldn't expect? Like a Kyle Duggar at safety. That would be like a surprise. And I wouldn't be pissed about it either. I really wouldn't. Orton, dude, we're talking about snorting Orton. Dan is dope. Thanks, Angel. Appreciate that. Denver, my dude. Dan, you love the Backstreet Boys, admit it. And so did I say that somewhere? When? That's funny because, like, why would you say that I love the Backstreet Boys? Fun fact, they have some fucking bangers. And if you say otherwise, you're a damn liar. But I mean, love, it's kind of a strong word. Thank you for the donation, Denver. You need to be on One Bills Live with John Murphy. I mean, hey, dude, would never say no to an appearance on there. But for some reason, I feel like the mainstream media does not like YouTubers at all. Like, they do not like YouTubers. They like have a hard time collabing with us or something. I'm not sure. But I mean, say that he reaches out, then yeah, he's big time. You know what I mean? He's big time. So, I mean, say that he noticed me, then yeah, I would like to go on. Dan, who do you think Bean might have the biggest hard on to trade up for in the second? I could see him having like a massive, massive boner for like a Jonathan Taylor, really. Or maybe a chin. Or maybe a chin for Mario, right? But I think he's going to stay put at 54. What about an offensive lineman in the second? I mean, that could be interesting. That could be a wild card. I mean, I'm like low key not nervous about our offensive line, but I'm like not like thrilled. I feel like we really didn't make any drastic improvements in it. We kept it largely the same. I think Bean's just kind of hoping that they mesh together. They get more comfortable playing with each other. Maybe, but unlikely in my opinion. Surprise, because that's our most loaded position group. Yeah. Dude, who just gave me $25? Josh, you're the man. Here's some cash for you just being a Bills fan, and even during our bad years, can't wait for all the bandwagoners to try to come into our mafia when we start winning in these next few years. Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely. The train is full. The train is full. Like, so many people have talked shit about me, like have talked shit about the Bills to me my entire life. Like last year in 2019, when I said that the Bills were going to like make the playoffs and make a run and like go like 10-6 or 11-5, they laughed in my face. They laughed in my face. And now it's time to like twist the knife into all these haters, baby. Just twist it. So, I mean, I just can't wait. Thank you for that ridiculously generous donation. Thank you. I believe that last year Lorenzo Alexander replaced Kyle Williams' locker room presence. Now that Zoe is gone, who do you see carrying the torch this offseason? Yeah, I mean, that's interesting because, I mean, like, realistically, like, when you look at just, like, the overall, like, veterans in the room, I'm thinking of Micah Hyde. I really am because he's, like, is he the only one left over from the Rex Ryan era? I think he might be. I could see a Micah Hyde doing it, man. I really could. If y'all think otherwise, let me know. Because, like, I mean, like, would have said Frank Gore, but he's obviously not going to be on the team anymore. I like really can't think of it like any like old school like vets. So my vote's Micah Hyde. You think Taylor becomes the feature back if we take him at 54? No, just because I think that the Bills are trying to adopt a running back by committee. I think that that's the best, especially for Singletary, because I don't think that Singletary was built to be an every down back. I just don't. Watching at 1:38 a.m. in Ireland right now. Yo, the international Buffalo Bills fans out there just absolutely blow my mind. That's awesome, EK. Little do you know, I am Irish. Well, like not like really Irish, like that's like my lineage, I guess. I was born in the good old USA, but I'm my Irish roots, baby. And I hate how all the media is on our nuts because Brady left. I'm like how Bean tried to take the humble approach, not putting expectations on the team because of the media trying to hype us up like the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Like last year, like look at 2019 with the Browns. Like they were writing up on like Sports Illustrated, like Super Bowl, like from the basement to Super Bowl contenders, and then they come out and they just shit the bed. But I just don't think like the Browns shit the bed because of their coaching staff and their front office, right? So the Bills don't have that issue. Like the Bills don't have that issue at all. So I don't think that we'll have the same fate as the Cleveland Browns. Damn, you're getting paid for just being in the mafia, Charles. I'm super thankful for everything you guys do for me, really. Is the fumbling issues of Taylor enough to not draft him? That's interesting because I have heard that he does fumble a lot, but then again, like, I mean, he did have like 967 carries. I mean, say that you have 967 carries in basically 2 years, and you're probably going to fumble the ball once or twice. I think that the production that he's going to go into, say that the Bills do pick him up, then maybe he'll have 1 or 2, but not nearly at the rate that he was in college. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I honestly don't think that Jonathan Taylor is going to be available at 54. I don't. I do not see him being available. Like, realistically, we're probably going to pick up Cam Akers, who I am super high on. I am super high on Cam Akers as well. Just because he's a bruiser, man. Like, he's a power back. He punish the shit out of you. And that's what Devin Singletary needs. Twisted, bro. And I could actually see us trade an offensive lineman in the second as Bean and Sean McDermott love building in the trenches. Yeah, for sure. That is true. True. I'd say that Edmonds would be stepping up too, but he's young, Like, he's like 22, believe it or not. He's younger than Joe Burrow. And he's 3 years into the NFL coming in 2020. Crazy, right? Jerry Hughes. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Jerry Hughes was also in the Rex Ryan area. Okay, so it's him and Micah. But Hyde, I'm thinking, would be like the leader there. Heisenberg White. Okay, I'll bite. Who are the Buffalo Bills? Heisenberg. The Buffalo Bills are me, and they're you, and life in general, baby. The Buffalo Bills are life, is life. Cannot wait for the 2020 season. That was kind of cringe, but whatever. Who cares? Stefon Diggs, great acquisition, not worth a first-round pick. I would have to disagree with you, Eddie, mostly because the draft is a gamble. You don't know if a first-round receiver is going to be a future Hall of Famer or if he's going to be an absolute bust. Like, I mean, like, we could talk all this stuff about Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, but at the end of the day, we don't know how they're going to be in the NFL. We don't know. Don't know. We know that Stefon Diggs can play in the NFL, so I'd have to disagree with you. If we have the opportunity to draft Jonathan Taylor, we need to. You're right. Yo, Poppin is saying, what's up? Keep it up. I'm going to watch this later. Thanks, Bills Mafia. We should go for Alvin Kamara. Like, that article you had, like, was like the biggest, like, that article that you most likely read it from. It's called 12 Up or Fansided or something like that. Like, they're like the biggest, like, clickbait website on the face of the planet. Like, they wrote that article based off of pure speculation. Like, there was no reports that the Buffalo Bills had conversations with the Saints about it. Don't get your hopes up. That's not happening. You heard it here first. Buffalo over New Orleans in the Super Bowl. David, I love that. Love that enthusiasm. Riling me up. We are the boys now. It was from my heart. Singletary, TJ Yeldon, Darrington Evans. Caesar. You must have watched my last mock draft video. See, I wasn't too excited about him, though. Like, I picked him up in like the 5th round. And so I picked him up in like the 5th round. But was not too excited about him. He's from Appalachian State, like a super small D2 school. And there was something I read about him. Like, so y'all can watch that video after this. Say that you haven't watched it already. And you'll see like why I was not high on him at all. The Buffalo Bills are the new dynasty. I agree. Josh, dude, come on, dude. Thank you, man. How far do you live from Buffalo? How many games are you going to be at? All right, man. Listen, I was born in South Buffalo. moved to Hamburg, and then I moved to South Carolina when I was a kid. So I currently live in South Carolina right now. I do go up to Buffalo as often as I can. I'm going to be at least 3 games in total. 1 or 2 will be at home, and then 1 is away. I really want to go to Vegas. I really, really, really want to go to the Vegas game this year. That's going to be my away game for show. And then I'm definitely going to be at the home opener. I'm trying to set up like a Buffalo Bills like YouTuber like tailgate, so like we could all chill, like we could all just like pound the bats, break tables. So I'm gonna try to put that together, see what we can do. Have a nice little meet and greet. Just go out and just get boxed. JK Dirty Berg, that's what it's called. You're going to the SF game. That's sick. That's awesome, man. Vegas does sound good. Yeah. So, Jamel, I do agree that Nashville probably will be my 3rd game just because I love Nashville. It's a super cool city. Last year wasn't at the game, but I did hear how we took over that city. But now, I mean, like now that the Titans made the AFC Championship, you know that there's going to be like a shit ton of bandwagoners that are going to be there. So we'll see. But the Mafia will still show up. Bills Mafia still shows up any day of the week. And so I'll be in Vegas for sure. Got a table to break. Rise Force, will there be a season this year? Yeah, there will. There will, man. This is positivity only, baby. This is positivity only. There's no negativity here. No negativity. What's up, Apex? When I saw that Vegas game, it's a tempting away game. Yeah, dude, it is. Because like this is the only away game that you could potentially win like your entire money back and basically go for free. And I mean, I'm not trying to like promote gambling, but I'm saying it's a possibility, right? And plus, it's Vegas. Like, who doesn't want to go and watch football in Vegas? Like me personally would get there a week before and just completely ball. Break one of the gaming tables in the casino. I wouldn't be surprised if like that does happen. Dan was thinking about getting a bunch of Bills fan together to go to next year's NFL draft in Cleveland. That would be brilliant, actually. That would be absolutely brilliant. Keep me updated. Send me info, bro. I would go. Maybe my stimulus check will pay for it. It's funny, Chad, because I saw a tweet the other day being like, should I spend my stimulus check on Bills season tickets? It's like, yeah, perfect thing you can do with that. The absolute perfect thing you can do with that. Chenault at 54. I mean, hey, Connor, you know what I mean? I like Chenault, but like I said, it just doesn't make sense to draft 2 wide receivers in the first and the second. And by the first, we essentially picked up Diggs in the first. It just doesn't make sense. Should we trade up in the second round and try to get JK Dobbins? We've been having conversations with him. I think he might actually be around 54. The couple of mock drafts I've done, he's fell to us a couple of times. So, should be awesome. Bills at Arizona Cardinals at Mexico. It's gonna be a Bills home game. That's sick, Caesar. That's awesome, man. And so would this be your first game? And so your first game in person? Because if so, dude, you're going to have a ball. You're going to have a ball, man. You're going to be obsessed. Watch the Bills win and head to the Bunny Ranch. Shit. How much is the plane ticket for you to get you up to Buffalo for the opener, or are you driving? Josh. Thanks, homie. Thank you, dude. So luckily I fly Spirit because where I live has a direct flight to Niagara. So it's super cheap. Bro, I got it. Thanks though, man. Thank you. Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch. I'm going to watch the Pittsburgh game. My wife's a fan of them, but I've been a Bills diehard since, can't remember. And yeah, like that Pittsburgh game would definitely be interesting to go to. Dan, you going to promise to cut your nuts off if the Bills lose a particular game this year? Was it the Giants game last year? Jason, nah, dude. Like that was a gamble. Like a man only bets his nuts once or twice in his life. And I've already done it once, and I can't do it twice. Maybe I can, but not this year, because now I actually have realistic expectations. Like the Bills are just going to absolutely like dominate. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe I will. No promises. You know me. Your boy's reckless. So, I mean, we'll see what's up. Pump the Cards games in Mexico. Take away that Arizona home field advantage so we could beat them down some birds. Yeah, dude, for sure. Whatever, Chase effing Claypool. Believe it or not, Earl, Chase Claypool is normally available at the time our third pick comes around. In almost every single mock draft I've done, he's still been there. You want to go through the teams we play all together and say wins or losses? Yeah, Peter, it's funny because me and hashtag Sports Mario did a video on that about a week or two ago. If you wanted to see say that you wanted to see our predictions, then go to his channel and watch that. You'll see that we had two completely different answers. You could probably guess who is the more optimistic guy, who was the more realistic guy. But cool video. Check it out. Chenault is a running back depth halfback and big slot dirty. Interesting. I joked about getting season tickets with it, but I got 2 kids and a wife. Touche, man. Touche. Definitely. Those are priorities. What's more fun for you, home games or away? I mean, honestly, I really enjoy both of them because number one, I love away games because not only so I'm exploring a new city, but at the same time, like now, like I feel like I'm in enemy territory and I talk so much more shit when I'm like right in the away atmosphere. But like there's nothing that beats the atmosphere of New Era, the Hammerlock, the tailgate scene, like the overall love for the Bills. So I'd probably say home, but like people definitely sleep on away games. Let's just say fuck the draft and trade all of our picks. Oh, man. Go Bills. And so you ripping on a mango pod? No, dude. They stopped selling those. And say that you can find some? Let me know, dude. I mean, I might as well just get like a P.O. box. But honestly, like I like really don't trust y'all sending me stuff in the mail, so probably won't. And I know that this is a Bills channel, but do you think that Big Ben will be a threat this year? Believe it or not, yeah. I do think that he's going to come out. He's going to come out strong. I think that him and Juju are going to get that juju, if you will, sort of that connection. I think you can never sleep on Tomlin. Number one, because like he took the team that he had, like a 4th string quarterback, and still just about got him into the playoffs. Say that last season were to happen in 2020, then they would have gotten in the playoffs, which is insane to think about with what Tomlin had. So definitely interesting. Dan, the last Bills game I went to was the Massacre in San Diego, and I blew like 800 bills to watch my team get blown out. Need that Vegas game to make up for it. Yo, Richard, sweet victory. I get it. Let's get 100 likes. Dude, Ollie, thank you, my G. Tom Colley, 9-7. I don't think it'll be 9-7. I'm thinking like 10-6, 11-5. That's my prediction for 2020. Dare I say 12-4? Dare I say 12-4? Something to think about. Who gets a deal first, Milano or Dawkins? Now, is the question, who do I want, or is the question, who do I think is going to get a deal first? Who do I want to get a deal first in Milano? Like Dawkins, like he can, but much prefer Milano. And so he's just a better player, you know what I'm saying? And so is Dawkins. He's a boss too. But as far as raw talent, as far as like who would be a bigger loss, losing Milano would hurt a hell of a lot more than losing Dawkins, in my opinion. But I do think that both of them will get signed, but I think Milano's more of a priority. Spoiler, Mario 9-7, Dan 11-5. Come on, Caden. Yo, Mario, you cannot let Caden do you like that, bro. He's stealing views from you, man. Ben's corpse could probably outplay Duck, though. Facts, dude. Facts. Bias 12-4, realistic 11-5. That's good, dude. And right out of the next 4 years, which is Allen's MVP season, I really think that it's either going to be this year or the following, but I'm leaning heavily toward this year because, I mean, he just has so many toys to play with. It's going to be absurd. And do you think that we need a speed back or a power back, an up the middle back to pair with Devin? Definitely a power up the middle kind of guy. Definitely a power up the middle kind of guy because that's like what's going to wear out the defensive line. And then right at the same time, that's going to allow Devin Singletary to do what he does best, sort of go off to the outside, make it miss. Definitely a power back. Facts. The only game I think we're going to lose possibly is in San Francisco, and it's going to be a Monday night thriller. I'd be fine to watch the Bills and the Niners play on Monday night. And so the Niners defense is just dirty. So trade a second for Kareem Hunt. I mean, that's interesting, you know? And so we just got to make sure that he doesn't kick any prostitutes or anything like that. And we're good. And if we had the number 1 overall pick, who would you take? Chase Young. Hands down. Hands down, Chase Young. Like, why wouldn't you pick Chase Young? You know what I mean? And so, I mean, especially since Zoe is gone, no question. Now it's 17 games until 2021. Yeah, this year, it's only the playoffs that are affected. Hunt's not a fit, I agree. And Milano against the run, though, what's your opinion? Short arms miss. Like, really, with Milano, he just maybe had, like, those 2 bad plays where he went up against Lamar Jackson, where he broke his ankles, and then where he ended up missing out on Watson. Normally, Milano is very, very good at the run. He's very good at stopping the run normally. So he's just a difference maker out in the field. When he was hurt and when he was out for a couple of games, you could tell that, like, something was missing. He's a very important piece of our defense. Look at Anthony, bro, just spitting that positivity. I love it. We're going to crush Kansas City 42-17 home Sunday night. I mean, you would see me just going insane. Dan, please answer this. Who do you think the Patriots quarterback will be this coming season? I think. Ooh, it's tough. And so Belichick's so unpredictable. I think it's going to be Stidham. But then again, I mean, would not be surprised if like Bill like made some crazy ass move and like grabbed like maybe Jameis Winston. He took a chance on Jameis. Madden NFL underrates the Bills for sure. CJ Falcone. Hey, bro. I got a mango jewel pod for the low. Oh, my God. Milano and Neal didn't miss the tackle. Milano tackled him. And Neal hit him back up. If you watch, Watson was going down. And so I feel bad for the rookie quarterback. The Dolphins draft. We're going to kill him. Yeah, I'm like really curious to see what's going on. And honestly, dude, like, I mean, I feel so bad for Josh Rosen. Like, where the hell is this guy going to go? Like, he's not going to be no third string, fourth string. He's going to want to go somewhere else. Pat's quarterback would be Stidham. I think so. We need a running back room like the Niners. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Tua is the best quarterback in the draft. Interesting. We shall see. Rosen's done. Yeah, he is. Yeah, me neither. Like, I like really can't blame Milano for like making sure that his ankles got broken against Lamar Jackson. Like, I mean, he's done it to so many people. So, I mean, I really can't blame him, man. I really can't. And so in all seriousness, do you think the Bills will go for Kamara? I've seen some stuff on it. No, I don't. Number one, because he's only like in his last year, like rate of his contract itself. And say that he wants to be traded, which I highly doubt it because he's on the Saints, like probably like the best offense in the NFL that just can't execute, that really just can't execute at the end of the day. He would ask for like a massive extension. So, I mean, not unless like we just picked him up for like that, like 1 year before he gets some massive extension, sort of like what the Seahawks did to like with sort of a Clowney, then I just don't see it happening. How many players do you think we walk away with? How many players do you think we walk away from the draft with? I'm going to say 5, and I'm not saying that we're only going to draft 5. I'm just saying that I think that only 5 are going to make the 60-man roster. I think that like our 6th and 7th rounds, a lot of them will be practice squad or just cut all together. I think that Milano will benefit from the new defensive line. Size matters. I agree. Trade a 5th and a 7th for Matt Breida. I think they just re-signed him. I think they just re-signed Matt Breida, unfortunately. Because I personally would be down with that. Rosen to the Pats would not be something I'd like to see just in case he comes out good. I mean, if there's any coach in the NFL that could turn Rosen's career around, it would be Bill Belichick. I think we'd trade up too. Damn, a lot of y'all think we're trading up. Yeah, Ronald, that's what I thought. I thought that I saw something that he signed a 1-year tender. Because I'm pretty sure that he was a restricted free agent. You are what you are, and Rosen is soft. He is. He's a little bitch boy. Maybe in the 2nd, but not in the 1st round. Yeah. What's up, Steven? That's what I'm worried about. What about Cam Newton? Where do you think he'll end up? It's funny, man, because like I like really don't know like where are there other quarterback needy teams right now? Like you would expect the Chargers like just to pull the trigger at this point, but it's clear that they're all in on Tyrod. They're all in on Tyrod. it's really hard for me to find a team that like needs a quarterback, right? The Pats are probably the only team, in my opinion, from a personnel standpoint that needs a quarterback. That and the Chargers, maybe. I could see Cam going to the Chargers, perhaps. I could see Cam. I don't know. Who's dropping silverware? That's me. Sorry, dude. But Andy Dalton, I have no idea what Andy Dalton's doing. Why not Miami for Cam? I mean, I think that Miami really likes Fitzmagic. And I mean, like, say that Fitzmagic can pull off the season that he did in Miami last year, then I just don't see why they would want to move away from him. And plus, like, he's like a great person to have in a locker room, especially for a young quarterback. Cam to the Titans would be a killer. I don't think Tannehill works as good this year. Yeah, but I mean, they just paid Tannehill so much money, like so much money. I just don't see it being realistic for them to pay it again. Warming a bench, Jaguars. So I say trade a second and third for Le'Veon Bell. He could be the power we need, but he would want a lot of money and take a big part of the cap, so probably not a good idea. Yeah, he'd be too expensive. But then again, I mean, like the Jets probably guaranteed him a shit ton, so the Jets would probably be paying the majority of his contract. That Go Bills account likes the Patriots. Don't listen to him. Does he? Well, his time is coming. His time is coming. Again, you are what you are. Fitz is an interception machine. I wanted Jordan Howard. So did I, dude. I really wanted Jordan Howard. But then it just didn't happen, you know? What about signing Shady as a backup to Singletary? I just don't think that Shady would want to come back, man. I think he was just quoted that he wants to finish out his career in Philly. No, I don't know what you were talking about. No spaces. That's funny. The Jaguars for a landing spot for Cam. And I think they really like Gardner Minshew. And who wouldn't with that stash of magic? All right, guys. It's been about an hour. I think I'm going to call it. I just ended up starting this series on Netflix called Money Heist. It's dope. Dope. So say y'all are like looking for something to watch on Netflix. Money Heist is lit. Like crazy. Like say that you like that bank robbery shit. Like I'm sure you do. Watch that shit. It's amazing. But I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go spend time with my lovely girlfriend and be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Like I said, I did my first mock draft video. I did my first mock draft video 2 days ago, I want to say. Dropping my next one mañana, which in English means tomorrow. And then Sunday the 3rd. And then real quick before I go too, right? So normally I do live stream on Thursday, right? But the draft for the Bills at least is next Friday. Should I live stream during the opening night of the draft on Thursday where clearly like so the Bills they're not picking, or should I do it Friday of next week where the Bills are actually picking? Should I do both? What do you think? Let me know. Live stream day 2. 1 vote for day 2. Let's go Friday, both, Friday, both. Agreed, day 2. Live comm as it relates to us. It's better. Both. It's up to you. Do both. Yeah, I mean, whatever, dude. And so I'll just go ahead and I'll just live stream both. Just chill, watch the draft, drink some beers with the homies. And the homies, I mean you. Because I can't see my homies in real life because of this damn quarantine. And so with y'all, my homies, have a beer on both. Stimulus yourself. Caesar, you're a funny dude. I like this guy. You, hashtag Sports and Joe should all do a drop special together. It's a good idea. Kids to bed by 8. I'm good to go. Oh, man. All right, guys. Seriously, your boy is out. Be on the lookout for my draft video tomorrow and some other saucy content over the weekend, baby. We'll see you next week during that draft live stream. See you guys.